look at that. Gotta wall this up. Serious food gathering. Yeah. There you go. That's a villager kill right there. Look at these Donzos putting in work. I've got a good feeling we can survive this. Yeah, what we've got going on is great. We're getting into the rice fields here. We really want in. What a great idea. Hey everyone. Good to see you again. Appreciate you supporting the channel with your eyeballs. We've got ourselves another 1v1 placement match here on the ranked ladder. And I'm playing as the Chinese again. The map is High View. We haven't seen this map in ages. And we're up against Rumbero playing as the Abbasid. Interesting civ choices here. I'm honestly okay being the Chinese on this map. Abbasid, I don't know about. I think I used to play as Abbasid on this map, but it just never really felt all that good. Instead, I would play as maybe English instead, or I could also see the Ottomans being okay on this map, but really the Rus do very well on this map. And the French. It's nice having all of the stealth forests around the map. I really feel like cavalry, hard-hitting cavalry on this map are good. So those Rus early knights, the French royal knights, they're so good. Spotting the economic wing coming from my opponent, it's the little square-shaped onion dome that goes in the lower left. That's how you know they're going to economic wing. Looks like they're going for an early wheelbarrow as well. What's my thinking here? Well, I love the Imperial Academy. It's touching both my mining camp, my lumber camp, and my mill. That feels really good to me. Knowing my opponent's going for the economic wing, I can probably safely go into the 2-town center Song Dynasty. So now I'm really focused on where I'm going to put my Barbican, because that's going to really secure some resources for me, and I want them to be resources that are good. I want them to be valuable resources that I can do a lot with. And when you're the Chinese, that means a food source. So I would not be surprised if we see the Barbican coming over here, or if I can find a nearby boar, I could probably put it there and get the classic Barbican. We get survival techniques because, yep, we're going to go for the deer up here. And yeah, we're just gathering what we can. Now we're going to start thinking about that second town center, so we should see villagers start to rally towards the stone. We made a stables mostly so that we can quickly make more scouts, or if we need to, make horsemen. The scout is finding the second town center already being built. Looks like it's finishing up right about now. That is so fast. Nope, never mind. It's about halfway. The fog of war image kind of juked me out there. But yeah, that second town center is going up, and he's put it in a very safe spot. He's trying to not be greedy with his town center placement. I might be greedy with mine. I could probably put it down here near these berries or this wood, but we'll see. But knowing that it's back here, it's behind his town center, it's in a very safe tucked away spot, and he's going to have lots of villagers near it gathering wood, we have to assume that that's going to be a hard nut to crack. And now he's spotting me on stone, and he resumes his stone mining. So this is going to be a macro game. We're going to stay at the 2x speed for a little bit here because, man, we're going to be both building up our forces for a while here. I just need a little bit more stone to make my second town center. There it is. Now we just need a tiny bit of wood. Now we've got it. Are we going to put it down here? We could. Honestly, it's not a bad idea to play greedy right now because my opponent's playing super safe. Looks like we're going to put it back here. And look at the walls. There we go. Looks like we learned from our last matchup. We really got to be building more walls. And I like this. We're making his villagers run back and forth, run for their lives. And it's all just because there's one horseman and 2 scouts here. They're really not that scary. And look, we got such a reaction from him. 4 spearmen. That felt really good. Hopefully we're disrupting his playstyle just a little bit. We're going to quickly age up. We get the astronomical clock tower. And we have to think here, we have to understand what the trajectory of this game is going to be. We need that game sense of, if my opponent is going for this 2 town center and probably 3 town center considering all the stone being gathered, though we should confirm that with our scouts. We should probably give him one more look. We need to think about where the game's going to go. Let's say nothing happens for the next 5 minutes. Well, where are we going to end up at? What's the game state going to look like then? Well, my opponent is probably going to have an insane amount of town centers and an insane amount of villagers. And that will mean killing villagers will be less of an advantage. Usually when you kill villagers in a game of Age of Empires, that's how you know you're winning. It's an easy indication of, I'm doing well, I'm really hamstringing my opponent, I'm going to win this game through an economic advantage. But in this matchup, it's maybe not going to quite be like that. Instead, it's going to be choking the opponent out. So rather than killing villagers, we're going to kill the resource spots they want to gather from. So let's slow things down and think about that. What could I be doing right now? Well, first I'm going to secure my own resources, and we're also going to deny resources from our opponent. We'll occasionally send raiding forces to attack villagers, but more than anything, this is just to get a sense of what kind of a military he might have. Slow him down a little bit. Yeah, just 2 villager kills. It's not much of anything, but look what we find. 4 town centers. Killing villagers here is going to be pointless. He can produce them so quickly and at a cheap cost thanks to the fresh foodstuffs technology. So we cannot, if we strike at this, the heart of his base, we're not going to accomplish anything. Instead, I'm okay with raiding forces coming over here. That's fine. But really what we should be doing right now is getting out on the map and putting down outposts. We need to put a foothold out on the map. Production centers out in the center of the map would be good. Although specialty ones are what we really want. Maybe the siege workshops out there. Because with this astronomical clock tower being all the way back here, that's no good. We really want to get, maybe if we can tuck ourselves right in here. There's 3 big forests here. We could maybe wedge ourselves in here and take up a defensive position. Ooh, and we're finding more villagers over here. But yeah, like I said, just little raiding forces, and yeah, we're forcing his villagers back. It's slowing him down a little bit, but look at his food. It's insane. Thanks to that agriculture technology. But yeah, at least we're denying a little bit. And yeah, it's idling some of his other villagers. Like, if we get some kind of response from him, that's good. If he's able to just play his game, he's just going to get an insane amount of resources and just outclass us. Because, I mean, look, we're at about 2k resources. He's at about 2k as well, but oof. Oh, nice. Okay, some more raids, but here come those camel riders. He went the military wing. That's this castle-looking fortification on the far left side. It looks like he's picking up military upgrades as well. He's got his blacksmith down. We should probably put our own down. And I like seeing the granaries coming out. We should keep surrounding this with farms. Really liking this. Really liking that. And I like that we're securing this section of the map with a wall and just quickly gathering up the gold and the berries here. And the gold gathering is important. We want to secure the gold on this map. My opponent has their starting gold, and then this gold is very nearby. I would not be surprised if they go for this gold, but really we need to deny them this large gold deposit here, this gold deposit here, deny the trade post, because if they put some markets down here, that'll give them sustainable gold. And we also want to deny this gold as well. So we want outposts on these golds, or scouts at least. We're going to send knights in as our raiding force, keep back some of these units. I'm realizing just how useless it is to attack these villagers. Geez, you'd think with 4 town centers he'd get the textiles upgrade, but nope. This is also fortunately giving us previews of his army. It's looking like spearmen, crossbowmen. It's a big variety. I think the cavalry He might not be making as much, but it's hard to say. He's kind of gone a 1-1-1 build here and is just constantly producing units. Look at his military composition up here in the upper right. It's a variety of so many units. That's a hard unit composition to beat. Fortunately, we're starting to take parts of the map. We should start spending our stone to upgrade these outposts. I'm glad we're gathering stone. It looks like my opponent has just kind of neglected it. But yeah, it's shocking to me that I have more villagers than Rumbero. He should be producing villagers non-stop until he hits the like 120 villager mark. Might just be forgetting to produce villagers because I'm just at the accelerated 2 town centers. So I've got maybe like 2.5 town centers, 2 2/3, thanks to that Song Dynasty bonus. Oh, we're finally engaging. This is a huge chunk of his army. It may be his entire army, and my forces are somewhat scattered. We're up here securing this gold. We're over here trying to burn down these mills. So this is a rough fight. Fortunately, we do have an outpost. It does have a springald emplacement, and my opponent decides to back off. When I saw this, I was like, oh my god, yes! Oh, I was so happy that he decided to back away, because he honestly could have beaten my army there. He just didn't know what was further on, and he didn't have good vision. It's always scary going out on high view without vision. It might be that he just didn't have a scout with his army. Hard to say. Finally, we're securing this gold. This army, we're just kind of moving around, but we're realizing let's maybe not attack. Let's instead just group back up with the army. We're trying to burn through this wall, but looks like he's sending villagers over to repair. And I don't have any ranged units here, so I can't just snipe down villagers. We are playing the religious game. Looks like we grabbed the sacred site and a relic, and nice tucked away granary with all these farms. Yeah, our income's looking great. We're up at maybe 3K maybe? Oh, mangonels on the backside. Not too big of an issue because we actually don't have all that many ranged units, just a few crossbowmen and Jugnu. This is a tough fight. That mangonel hurts, but fortunately that army that was up here, we realized it's in a perfect flanking position and it catches the mangonel off guard. And now we can attack all these reinforcing units. So now I'm rallying units here. He has to deal with the outpost. And my army back here is dealing with all the reinforcements. So I like seeing that. This is a good breakdown of how the battle's going on. But, oh, this monk, he could go for a Wololo. We could maybe convert. But his units, yeah, they're not going to run over this way, unfortunately. Get the ram out, but it's just going to be eaten up by all these infantry, though they are targeting down the monk over here. We still cannot get through this wall. We've lost our units. He has a big military advantage, so we're going to do something that the Chinese can do that will really piss people off. We can throw down a keep fast. I'm just going to sacrifice villagers to get this keep up. We've got a few military units, so if he wants to target my villagers, yeah, he's going to have to manually he's going to have to manually click them all down. But yeah, we're losing villagers. He's picked up 8, maybe 9. Yep, but it's up. He gets 10 villager kills and I retreat the rest inside. And now I've got to keep to defend this position. It'll preserve the siege workshop. It'll preserve my control over this stone outcropping. That's feeling really good. And then we can bring this battering ram over to the side. It'll break through the walls that my units couldn't do previously. And we did actually send some units over here. We're in the wood line. We're getting some kills. It's just a scout and some infantry. Again, we're not here to kill villagers. It's more just a scout, see what he's got. And he's definitely doing well in the research department. He's definitely got a lot of blacksmith upgrades that we don't. Look at all these farmlands, wow. We're gonna break through here. That feels good. Should probably have queued up a few attack orders. Oh, it's going in for the farms, okay. Now we're really building up a force here. And amazingly, losing all those villagers, it's only put us, what, on even terms with Rumbero? How has he not made more villagers? 94 is not the number you want to hit. Try and get up to the 120 range. Would love to see myself get some more production down. Yep, looks like we're getting more archery ranges. That's good. More farms over here, securing the gold over here. This gold's being watched by this outpost. This one's also being watched by an outpost. Really, it's this gold and this gold that I want to get eyes on. I kind of gave up this gold, and it looks like it's already been mined out. I'd also like to keep doing the religious game. We've still secured... Yep, okay, we're getting back into it. Getting these relics off the map. It's important. And now, look at all these villagers heading this way. We've got the outpost here. He can't just get away with this. My knights are going to run past, but I'm going to notice these red dots moving around on the mini-map. Yep, here come my knights. And we can always bring our units to the north if we want to engage with his army. That'll, if he decides to clash here, we'll show up. But yeah, that's a lot of villager kills. And again, villager kills aren't that important. My opponent should just continually make villagers. But really, we're just trying to deny him from getting access to this gold vein. Would love to see more upgrades coming through. It looks like the blacksmith is finally churning them out. Yeah, we've got a ton queued up. We're just a little slow. Oh, trebuchets. Lots of them. 3 trebuchets bombing down my siege workshop. I'm going to cancel a bunch of the units that I had queued up here. Oh no, and we're going to lose the sacred site too. Yeah, I'm considering retreating with my monk. I could use the conversion. Conversion right here would be great. Oh, I can't believe he's still alive. Oh, but then a spring ult kills him. I used my 2 spring ults to snipe my opponent's spring ult. Now I can start targeting down the trebuchets. Yep, that's what we're doing. As long as I have units here duking it out with his own, then I don't have to worry about my spring ults going down. And yeah, the keep is definitely under heavy attack because of these trebuchets, but we have stone and we'll just repair it back up. And there's another trebuchet up here, but it's not attacking the keep. These spring ults were so good. And if we can chase down this trebuchet, that'd be great. Yeah, our army is just taking over. We had a really good siege engagement there, using our spring ults to target fire. And yep, we even grabbed the trebuchet over here. And because we lose the siege workshop, we're like, okay, let's get more down. And more granaries and farms. That's really going to bring my income up. You can see my opponent's gold income is frozen now. And that's what's going to win us the game. He spent it all, and now he has no gold income. I've still got a good bank and a good income because we're still getting gold from this deposit up here. We're going to be aggressively gathering from this one soon enough. And we've got villagers down here gathering from this one. We do have these horsemen patrolling back and forth. We want to make sure this gold isn't taken either. And of course, we have this outpost giving us eyes on the neutral market, so we'll know if trade is starting to happen. And our military upgrades are finally catching up. That's what we like to see. Would like to see some maybe food techs being researched, but yeah. And I'm happy to see some trebuchets out. We had a big excess of wood and gold. We're spending our food pretty quickly, but the siege workshop, I was able to push out a lot of units. We're gonna get nest of bees, trebuchets, spring ults. Trebuchet costs overall have been reduced. It's now a very flimsy unit at only 170 health, but they're so cheap. You can get these trebuchets out a lot quicker now, which I like to see. Maybe we can do our Abbasid Culture Wing siege strategy in the future. That'd be exciting. Oh, all these ranged units showing up, but there's just mangonels everywhere. I'm realizing I'm just getting villager kills. I'm getting hit by mangonels. Let's just get out of here. No point. Opponent wisely bringing knights forward. Ah, I lose the villager. And there's more mangonels. Wow, 5 mangonels ready to go. But it's all siege. He has no units. Yeah, we can get past all this. Oh, good shots from the nest of bees. Would love more nest of bees shots going on all these villagers. But my opponent is finally gathering gold again. And that's concerning. I'm trying to figure out where he's gathering gold, and now we're seeing units streaming down this way. I think he's gathering from this large gold vein. We're gonna confirm that with our units. Ooh, Springalt's getting good shots there. Yeah, we're coming forward. We want to see what's going on down here. Bingo. Villagers gathering gold. And this is his one and only gold gathering spot. Oh, there's all the siege. This is painful because it's behind all of these stealth forests. Ooh, and I'm getting attacked by spearmen over here. My villagers, no. Yeah, here come even more villagers. He wants any kind of gold he can get. Yeah, he's just going to use his villagers to attack. My Springalds are getting killed by his infantry. I'm struggling here, but I'm saying to myself, fine, if you're abandoning your main base, we're moving in. He can have a gold economy if he wants, but then we'll crush his food economy if that's the case. So I'm losing a lot here, but I do send a few units down. And if we can take out these spearmen with our lancers, then all these villagers are going to have to retreat. Yeah, just a few units here seem to be discouraging him, although, uh-oh, I need to engage with these units. Yeah, the villagers back away. That's good. Oh, these nest of bees are not in the right spot. Oh, they're just going to get gobbled up. Being really loose with my units here, and that's no good. But my opponent just doesn't have any villagers, and he's not producing any new ones. I think Rumbero just really needed to pump out more villagers kind of during the mid game because he was losing some. He was only at maybe 80 to 90 of them. Would have really liked to see more of them come out. Overall, pretty exciting game. It had been so long since I played on high view. It was a good reminder of just how crazy this map can be. And I think I played it well. The game sense from me was really good. I'm glad I didn't try to kill villagers once I saw the 4 town centers. Instead, I just said to myself, let's get footholds out on the map. And I think this keep drop right here on the sacred site was really good. It allowed me to basically position myself in the center of the map and respond to wherever he was gathering gold, whether it was up here, even though I couldn't prevent it, or down here, which I'm only starting to prevent. It just makes it really difficult for my opponent to go anywhere without being noticed. And yeah, maybe he's got some units in my base, but we're producing units non-stop. We can take care of all of this. And my villagers can just retreat. I'm just going to order them to the far side of the map and then back to work. His base is way more on fire than mine. And we are harassing all these villagers here, so that's good. But yeah, I like... Maybe we can try out the Abbasid on this map in the future, but we really... If we take cues from Rumbero, we really need to set up that trade. Otherwise, we're just going to lose the map to our opponent. This is a good reminder. If you notice your opponent is turtling up and going for a very late game build with many town centers, make sure you focus on taking over the map and extracting as much resources as you can. Go after resources that they think are available to them. All right, great match. Catch you for the next one, the last placement match.